All right, welcome everyone to today's webinar. We're joined today by Daniel Whittle from BOC. He's the online manager. He is in control of e-commerce and also the e-invoicing project at BOC. So welcome, Daniel. Thank you for your time today.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Now, we are going to go through, I guess, this pilot project that Link4 and BOC have done together and understanding e-invoicing, what it's about, what the benefits are to the users, etc. So we'll do this by asking some questions and seeing your thoughts on the matter, Daniel. But to start off with, e-invoicing. What is your definition of e-invoicing?
Well, yeah, my definition is, well, I suppose the term e-invoicing can be termed many things, but from my perspective and BOC's definition of e-invoicing, we see it as sending an invoice directly into a customer's accounting system. So it's around exchanging the information from an invoice directly into a system, as opposed to electronically sending it, perhaps via email. For example, it's about getting the information directly to the customer into their system.
Very good. You also call it digital invoicing too internally, don't you?
That's right. Yeah. Well, we've seen that a lot with the accounting packages and in terms of how they advertise sort of their invoicing solutions. QuickBooks in particular have in their ads have been calling it digital invoicing. So it's been a bit of an alignment exercise. So digital invoicing, e-invoicing, interchangeable terms, but mean the same thing.
Yes, electronic invoice delivery, I think, is the underlying term that has been picked up. Well, is in use overseas, and I suppose it depends on how that gets applied here in Australia.
Yeah.
So, from that perspective, then, so why were BOC interested in a trial in having their invoices delivered into the accounting packages of the customers?
Well, yeah, we have a very large volume of business customers. So it was important for us, in a B2B space, wanting to do this because we send a lot of invoices to a lot of customers. So that's a lot of interactions, a lot of transactions that we're dealing with customers, and the invoice is the point of contact with us and our customer. So if we can make that as easy and also as useful as possible, that's obviously an advantage to us, especially when we believe it does give advantages to our customers in terms of the manual entry and basically giving our customers more time to run their business, as opposed to having to worry about doing data entry on BOC invoices, given the volume of invoices and the volume of customers that we deal with.
Right. So obviously there are many benefits to the customer. So what about for BOC itself? I mean, what's the real motivation? Is it to benefit the customer relationship? Make things easier for them?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, making it easy is something we're pursuing a lot of, I suppose, like many businesses, suppliers to businesses, trying to make it as easy as possible. So I certainly see this as an opportunity to make it easy for our customers to process our invoices. Again, given the volume that we do send for our products, and for us, it's absolutely a relationship mechanism. If we're making our customers' life easier, then obviously that makes our lives easier, and the relationship as a whole is a lot more beneficial.
Yeah, that is good. So how have you found it so far? What's been the response like from your customers?
So it's been very good, and it's really nice to see, if I say unprovoked, positive feedback. It's a natural response that we get from customers on this type of solution, again, because it fundamentally makes their jobs easier. They can focus on more important things in their business, especially when we're talking the small businesses that we're dealing with. So spend more time, running their business, and less time processing, volumes of invoice information that's provides less value than running your business.
Yeah, very good. And obviously this is a new concept to many of the business owners out there, which can be very focused on doing the job that they do, earth moving, panel beating, cutting hair, whatever it might be. Technology, not so much. So obviously there's been some questions that have come up. What are the common questions that you've heard, or some things, objections that people might have raised?
Well, I think you raise a good point there in this, in terms of this solution, or this offer is quite new. It's a sort of green open pastures as such. So there absolutely is. There was some education, a bit of awareness, a bit of selling, I suppose, that's required as part of this. But the benefits are obvious once the customer is connected up with BOC through Link4. So a lot of the questions are around just wanting to know more information, around it. You can have the conversations with customers either via phone or email. But it's an incremental information gathering exercise on what the offer really means for the customer.
Yeah, sure. Now we've obviously got our team here doing support as well. Now we do phone support as well as chat support. So we do have our support staff. Now, one of the most common questions we found were asking was about security.
Yep.
How secure is it? And we can let them know that we are approved by all of the accounting software packages. They've all done their security audits on the solution to know that it is 100% looked after and maintained in the right way. But also when we come back to the aspect of what can we see in an accounting system, it's like, this is just about invoicing. So we do get to see the address book for who is being involved with the invoicing and the invoice itself, and nothing else involved in the accounting package. So that is a basic thing that we've been able to let customers know, that it's their whole accounting package is not exposed to the world. It's just the invoicing that we do.
Yes, that's right, and I can reiterate that in terms of that's absolutely a question we've got from customers, and again have referenced back to that information that you've provided there, Robin, in terms of it's limited scope of information. It's only the information that's necessary in the accounting system, and tying back to that support mechanism as well. We've been very clear to our customers that obviously Link4 support system and network is there for those types of questions. The live chat we feel is a very useful and direct a way to interact with Link4. So that's certainly been helpful.
By the way, one of the other questions we did get is, does Link4 pay my invoice for me? We can let you know that no, we don't do that. We don't pay anyone's invoices.
Yeah,
you still
absolutely.
Have to pay them.
Yeah, and really that comes back to that, what I referred to before, that the awareness information. It's understandably a new offer, a new technology. So it's absolutely just about the invoice delivery direct into our customers' cloud-based accounting system.
True. So now you just mentioned cloud-based, and that's a key to this as well, isn't it? They can't benefit from having their invoice delivered into desktop-based accounting systems. That's
right, which is probably the most common piece of, or one of the most common pieces of feedback we get. And then it's not a negative thing. It's just an awareness from the customer to say, yeah, sorry, we'd like to use it, but unfortunately we can't because we're not cloud-based. So there is that dependency, but it doesn't generate any negative sort of feedback or sentiment in that regard. It's a consequence and dependency of this type of solution.
So obviously, we've been doing this now for nearly 3 months. What aspects of this trial have gone well? Have you noticed that there's been changes in payment behaviours of customers, or comments about how it's made life simpler?
Yeah, we have received the direct comments and feedback from customers to say that it is useful. Again, going back to those those keywords of useful and easy. That certainly has come back. Again, given the nature of our payment cycles and runs, it's an ongoing assessment of payments. But what's really nice is that we're able to see the status of these invoices through Link4 as well. So we get a much clearer picture of the status of these invoices because of what Link4 provides us as a supplier. So that's absolutely useful to us, and a key success factor for us is obviously a better customer relationship and a more efficient and useful payment processing of invoices, and we're certainly getting visibility into that in terms of status of invoicing, and we're continually assessing the payment statuses of invoices of customers that are connected up with Link4.
Very good. And we have noticed, by the way, that we've delivered invoices from BOC into someone's system, which they've approved it within an hour and paid it on the same day. And several people we've noticed paying, even 2 weeks before the payment date. Yeah. We see that as probably as a convenience thing, in the sense that the invoice is there. It's just so convenient to handle and process it now.
Well, that's right. It reduces, significantly that, and the significant barrier, I should say, in terms of the data entry. So could only, imagine from what we expect, from a customer's perspective, receiving an invoice either via email or via mail, depending on the customer's preferences. Then having, sitting in someone's inbox, either an email inbox or a physical in-tray, then for someone then have to sort, go through the process of sorting and identifying, and then doing re-entering that information. It's no question it's inconvenient for customers to do that. So if it's in there in the system, then it's much easier.
That is true, and actually good to point out too that all the line items are brought through. So for those people that are used to typing in all the different line items and aspects that they get in the invoice, it is actually.
Well, that's right, and especially what we've seen we believe this is a common step and process for many small business customers, not just our small business customers, or certainly not. We don't see it as specific to us, in that in order to pay us, it's about entering that invoice into their system, as opposed to generating a purchase order, which then an invoice is sort of generated off. The payment is done as a result of the invoice being put directly into the system, as opposed to having a purchase order and invoice process. So if the way in which you process these invoices is by putting the invoice into your system, through Link4, we're doing that automatically and directly for the customer, which is obviously removing removing work, making it more convenient, making it more easy, and we're doing it potentially in a more detailed way, because there may be the cases where you're only entering a single line for that invoice, like a header style line, into the accounting system to say invoice 1234 for $100, just as a single line, whereas we're sending invoice 1234 total $100, and there are 3 line items in that as well. So the customer also gets more detail in their accounting system as well for whatever need they may need it for later on, reporting or analysis, whatever the case may be. So we're even providing more information that may have otherwise not been included in there in a manual process.
Right, very good. And obviously they're using this service now with BOC, but they can use it with other suppliers too, can't they? It's not limited just to getting BOC invoices in.
No, that's right.
Yep. So what is the future then? So you're in the trial at the moment. You've extended the trial now, and so there's some more customers are being invited, but it's select customers are on the trial at the moment, aren't they? So if someone sees this that hasn't been a part of the trial, how can they start doing e-invoicing with BOC?
So it's a matter of connecting and contacting either Link4 or BOC, and it's a simple process to enable that. We're certainly. It will certainly take in people that are interested. We've gone with that select group to as a starting point, but it won't end, and that won't be the limit of it either moving forward.
Yeah, very good. And I guess the aspect is, as you mentioned earlier, they need cloud accounting systems, but anyone's welcome to join in. And it is running smoothly, and it is. Having a lot of customers already benefiting from it, so that's good, and we look forward to it being rolled out even further. But a new system, and it's good to see the benefits are being experienced.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, we were so keen to to start this trial. We started it just before basically just before the Christmas period, because we're so keen to get this going. And obviously there's variations and dependencies that happen in that Christmas period. People go on holidays, less work, coming in as such. So it was we saw enough pieces of success, in that first period, to then want to extend it into a period that's a little bit more busy. We have more opportunities to send more invoices. We have an opportunity to, continually invite, more customers to join. So, that's what we're continually and proactively doing, as we speak.
Yes, and look, I noticed that there was hundreds of businesses that signed up during that busy period, which was really nice that they could do that.
Yep.
But now that things have settled down and slowed down, a lot more are signing up. I've seen dozens of people signing up each day just lately. So very positive. And I think BOC are doing a wonderful job with creating this and pushing this program toward their customers. So that's good. Now, is there anything else, Daniel, you wanted to mention about e-invoicing or the project?
No, I think the main point is really about the two dependencies, if you want to call it like that. It's fundamentally about our customers needing a cloud-based accounting system. That's obviously the dependency in that regard. But we've seen a number of our customers already on that journey, already implemented cloud-based systems. And the other thing is about awareness. So if there's other suppliers looking to do this, it's really about awareness and making getting the right information out there to their customers. And I suppose part of what this webinar is about that education around what the solution is. It's new, but it's based on the feedback we've got directly from our customers and through Link4. It's no doubt provided value for our customers and for BOC.
Very good. And look, solid point you made there too about other suppliers who want to do this, because one of the comments we heard yesterday was, the only problem I've got with this is everybody's not using it yet. And yeah, that is true. We do want to get more suppliers on so that the end user actually benefits even greater. So, but great that BOC is leading the way here and making sure that people can try it out and get that initial success.
Yeah.
Very good. So if there are any further questions in that, people can, as you mentioned, either contact yourself or ourselves. We do have an email address of connect@link4.com.au, so people can send their questions through. That's connect@link4.com.au. And we're always happy to answer people's questions in this area because it is new, but we really believe that it does benefit the businesses, so we're very happy to support them. So thanks for your time today, Daniel. Really appreciate it, and look forward to hearing more success stories from the project.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.